Human beings are intricate vessels of emotions, woven with the threads of both positive and negative feelings. Positive emotions, like a gentle breeze, bring joy, love, and fulfillment, enriching our lives with their vibrant energy. On the other hand, negative emotions, like storm clouds, test our resilience and present opportunities for growth and transformation. Negative emotions are inherent aspects of the human experience, often arising in response to challenging circumstances or internal conflicts. These emotions can manifest in various forms, such as sadness, anger, fear, guilt, or anxiety. They have the power to create discomfort and distress, affecting our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Negative emotions serve as signals, urging us to pay attention to areas of our lives that require healing, growth, or change. While they may be uncomfortable, acknowledging and understanding these emotions is essential for personal development and cultivating emotional resilience. One powerful way to control negative emotions is by recognizing when our thoughts are wandering and leading us down a path of negativity. Our thoughts have a significant impact on our emotions, and by becoming aware of this connection, we can intervene and redirect our thinking towards a more positive and productive direction. For instance, imagine you wake up feeling a bit anxious about an important presentation you have at work. As you start getting ready, your mind begins to wander, and you find yourself envisioning all the worst-case scenarios, stumbling over your words, being criticized by your colleagues, or failing to meet expectations. These negative thoughts start to intensify your anxiety, making you doubt your abilities and generating feelings of fear and self-doubt. However, by practicing self-awareness and recognizing the wandering nature of your thoughts, you can intervene in this process. You become aware that your mind is taking you down a path of negativity and that these thoughts are not serving you well. In that moment, you can consciously choose to shift your focus and redirect your thoughts towards more positive and empowering ones. You might remind yourself of past successful presentations, focusing on the skills and knowledge you possess. You can visualize yourself confidently delivering your presentation, receiving positive feedback, and achieving your desired outcome. By consciously replacing negative thoughts with positive ones, you reframe the situation, creating a mental environment that supports your well-being and confidence. Another example could be in the context of personal relationships. Let's say you have a disagreement with a loved one, and you find yourself dwelling on the negative aspects of the situation. Your thoughts might spiral into feelings of anger, resentment, or sadness. However, by recognizing that your thoughts are leading you towards negativity, you can take a step back and reflect on the bigger picture. You might remind yourself of the love and connection you share with the person, and how this disagreement is just a small part of your overall relationship. You can choose to focus on finding a resolution, understanding the other person's perspective, and fostering open communication. By consciously redirecting your thoughts towards understanding, empathy, and finding common ground, you can control and transform negative emotions into opportunities for growth and stronger relationships. In both examples, the key lies in recognizing that our thoughts have the power to shape our emotional experiences. By becoming aware of when our thoughts are wandering towards negativity, we can interrupt the cycle and consciously choose to redirect our thinking towards more positive and constructive paths. Through this practice, we take control of our emotions and actively cultivate a more positive and empowered mindset. Negative emotions and thinking patterns can not only harm ourselves but also impact our interactions with others. When we are caught up in negative emotions, such as anger, resentment, or fear, it becomes easier to misinterpret situations, jump to conclusions, and engage in harmful behaviors. For instance, let's say you receive a critical email from a colleague. If you are consumed by negative emotions, your initial reaction might be to respond defensively or aggressively, further escalating the conflict. However, by recognizing the influence of your negative emotions and taking control of your response, you can prevent unnecessary harm. One way to control this is by practicing emotional regulation techniques. These techniques involve pausing before reacting, taking deep breaths, and allowing yourself a moment to calm down. By doing so, you create space to assess the situation more objectively and respond in a more constructive and thoughtful manner. Additionally, developing empathy and understanding is crucial for controlling negative emotions in our interactions with others. Recognizing that everyone has their own struggles, perspectives, and experiences can help us approach situations with greater compassion and reduce misunderstandings. By actively listening, seeking to understand, and considering alternative viewpoints, we can diffuse potential conflicts and foster healthier relationships. Furthermore, developing self-awareness is essential in controlling negative emotions that can lead to harm. By regularly reflecting on our own thoughts, emotions, and triggers, we gain insight into our patterns of negative thinking and can take proactive steps to manage them. This might involve seeking support from a therapist or counselor, practicing mindfulness and self-care techniques, or engaging in activities that promote emotional well-being. By controlling our negative emotions, we not only prevent harm to ourselves and others, but we also cultivate a more harmonious and understanding environment. It allows for clearer communication, reduces misunderstandings, and promotes healthier relationships based on empathy, respect, and cooperation. In conclusion, controlling negative emotions is essential to prevent harm and misunderstandings. By practicing emotional regulation, developing empathy, and fostering self-awareness, we can better manage our responses and promote more positive interactions with others. Through these efforts, we create a healthier and more supportive environment for ourselves and those around us.